This one, oh, here's my calc. So you can enjoy many leisure activities. This one gets misspelled a lot. I before E except after C, but that's not the case there. So this word and the word weird are both spelled weird. Listening to music, collecting stamps, reading books, gardening, sewing, gourmet cooking, and woodworking are some examples. The cost of these activities varies. Your public library or school library is a good source of books at no cost. So true. The cost of gardening is usually fairly low. The initial cost of a sound system might total over $1,500. This is kind of randomly hopping around to different activities you might enjoy and what their cost is. All right, so Wally enjoys listening to music. Here's another thing that is vastly changed just in these like 5-10 years, I'm sure, because obviously it went through. Let's go through a music. Let's go through. We have an 8-track. We have a cassette tape. We have a DVD. We have a record player. That's probably in here somewhere, both. And vinyl, they call it. And this is seeing a comeback. And now you've got streaming. So, like, people in the 80s and 90s, like, they were able to sell their music here and here and here. And now, like, if it gets a resurgence like that, Fast Car just got, like, then they might get a streaming or a cover or something. But now vinyl's coming back. So sometimes if people really like an artist, they might have it on every format. Not so much an 8-track or cassette anymore. But some super old cars, anyone's car still have a cassette tape in it? All right, my daughter's does. So you know what she has to do to listen to music if it's on her phone? They sell this cassette tape. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's like this. And then the ribbon is here. But she has a cord that plugs into, this goes in the thing, and then this cord goes into her TV. So they even have this cassette to her phone gadget because of that. Her car is 2004 only. Not only, it means 20 years old, but it's not like it's from like the 60s or 70s or something. So that's when they were, as most recently as they were still making cassettes. So. Anyways, most of you guys probably streamed. Does anyone have a record player? None of you? Oh gosh, it really does play music differently. Like if you just have like one artist that you love, and hear it on a record, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Alrighty. Any old who. Let me get there. So, he plans to trade in his present receiver and speakers for a new system. Stereo Fidelity will allow Wally $98 for a receiver and $50 each. His new receiver costs this, and his new speakers are this. There's an 8.5% sales tax. How much will the new system cost after deducting the trade-in allowance? Do any of you guys ever go to, it's right down the street. What's that trade-in place called? Play it again? No. Disc Replay. Yes, have you guys ever been in Disc Replay? Yeah, that's pretty solid. They have like everything. Anyway, you can sell things back there. If you have like DVDs or anything that is considered like older, they'll take them. But anyways, this is kind of what this is talking about, like a Disc Replay type of place. Ish. Okay. All right. So his new purchases, we have the $729.95. I'm going to get away from this blue. And the $249.50. All right, times 2. This is so $729.95 and $249.50 is $979.45. Wait, I didn't do that right. Oh, I didn't double this. On this calculator, if you've never noticed this, so I didn't double this. So instead of retyping the whole thing, if you hit second enter, it'll call up your last entry. And then I can just hit ×2. So there you go. All right, so scribble, scribble, 1228.95. All right, sales tax is on that, so 1228.95 times 0.085. So I'm just going to keep that up, times 0.085. Don't forget the 0. So 104.46 for sales tax. Killer, right? Yeah. You got what? Did you double it? Well, then why don't you get the same thing? I mean, is that what? Here, I'll zoom in a little bit, maybe. What do you think? Don't look at don't look at that top one. That's the wrong one. I can't. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that's easy to do. All right, so the total cost is this amount, so $12.28. I don't think I can quite fit that in there, so I'm going to do that. Plus the $104.46 sales tax. Now we can take away their trade-ins. All right, so they'll give them $98 and $50 each for his 2 speakers. So $98 and then $50 times 2. All right, so if you're going to put that in all at once, just be careful with because you're only doubling the 50. All righty, so we have $1228.95 plus $104.46 less $98 less 50 times 2. So $1135.41. E. Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. Rip. That's okay. Janelle. You got anyone else? Oh no. Yeah, but no one in here.
Yeah, that was it.
Alrighty. Thanks. All right. Okay, Michael Jordan's new shortwave radio. Yeah. Costs $19.95. Earphones are this, and the mobile antenna is this. And the manuals cost this. There's a 9% sales tax. What did Michael's hobby cost him? Who else has an expensive hobby? Probably Travis with your guitars, right? Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Bummer. Does that mean I'm going to lose Lexi during second hour, too? Janelle. Is this for attendance? No. All right. Bye. All right. Lexi, you're cracking me up. That's there, and it's never going to fit in that teeny little line. And then his headphones are $199.25. And the mobile antenna is $109.50. Do you guys even know what that is? It's like it'll make a better receiver. The manuals cost him $22.95. They're 9% sales tax. So first we need the total. So $1999.95 plus $199.25 plus $109.5 plus $22.95 is $2331.65. All right, and then that is what you're taking a 9% sales tax on. So I'm just going to leave that up on my calculator, times 0.09. So 209.85. Careful, I feel like we haven't had a rounding issue in a while. So 209.85, because it is money, so we're going to round to the hundredth. So his total cost is this, plus tax. I'm not going to write that in that little line, I'll just put it at the final. So 209.85 plus 2331.65. 2541.50. So obviously people have expensive hobbies. A lot of people with their model trains or going to sporting events, going to concerts, buying the stuff at concerts, Legos. Legos is kind of an expensive hobby that people have. So yeah, it's kind of cool. It might not be your thing, but whatever your thing is, I'm sure has some cost attached to it too. All right, Jennifer Metropolis attends the University of Wisconsin-Madison. It's a beautiful campus. They'll give her an allowance on used books that she returns in good condition. She traded in 4, which she received a trade-in of $230. This would never happen, FYI. Even back in the glory days of textbooks, you'd go return your textbook. I have my college textbook because they wanted to give me like $5 for it, and I was like, no, that's okay, I'll just keep it. So I do have my calculus book. But anyways, she also purchased 3 for $85.80 each, a lab manual $43.90, and 3 books for her literature class. So basically, you're adding up all the books, and then you're taking away the trade-in allowance, which keep in mind there's no way it would be $230. Nowadays, a lot of times they rent them, so that is certainly a thing. And then obviously you don't have a trade-in, but you still have your rental cost. All right, so how much were these books? 3 at $85.80. So since this has times 3, this is where I have to put the $85.80. If you're following along like pretty religiously on this. A lab manual at $43.90. And here's another 3 books for her literature class at $45.49 times 3. So, there's my calc. We have, I'm trying to get you to see this, so that's probably good. $85.80, oopsies, times 3 plus $43.90. Oh, not times 3, plus $45.49 times 3. So $437.77. Okay. All right, so then I've got 437.77 minus 230, because that was her trade-in. So that'll be 207. I can just do that one in my noodle. 77. Right? Any questions? Do any of you guys trade in anything? Books, music, movies? All right. Anita enjoys taking pictures. She's going to trade in her present equipment. Wolf Camera. This place is closed now, but it used to be over right near the mall, right near Plato's Closet. It's like a little thing, Wolf Camera. They'll allow her $110 for old equipment and charge. Who still has a camera, like a legit, not one on your phone? All right, good. Good. I have like 10. And charge this for the new camera body, this, if there's no sales tax. I did take a photography class. I mean, I do know what this is, but, you know, your wide angle lens and your lens filter. I had a big, huge zoom thing and a tripod. Yeah, photography is an expensive hobby as well. I didn't bring that one up earlier. All right, if there's no sales tax, how much will she pay for the new equipment after deducting the trade-in allowance? So lots of things to jot down here. So they'll give her, I'm just going to subtract 110 here so I know. They're going to charge $549.90, $208.95, and $45.65. And then whatever that total is, and then there's no sales tax. So I'm just going to add those up. $549.90 plus $208.95 plus $45.65, $804.50. And then minus 110. $694.50. All right, you do the last one. I just kind of want to sneak this in there so far because the 4 new tires you might have missed, but that's what you should have so far. All right. All right, I'm going to roll the dice, see what people got. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12. Shelly broke my marker. Where am I? Got to resurrect my dice again. All right, Danny, pick a number between 1 and 12. Pick a number. 6. Who thinks they're 6? Let's see. Who is my number 6? One, two, three, four, five, 6 is Lexi. What's your final? Yeah. 542. Oh, okay. All right. Is that what you guys got? All right, cool. All right, so your homework is 14.3, or 4, sorry. Friday I might do 2 sections, so 14.5 and 14.6. So just maybe bring your Chromebook for that puppy. And then do those 2 homework assignments as well if you're going to play hooky for the weekend. All right. Bye.